Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Godma bringing you a 1 vs 1 placement match actually on Blistering Sands. I'm going to be in the upper right corner of the blue Zerg facing off against another Zerg counterpart, the red railrat race. Firstly, I would like to apologize for my absence. I was out of town. If you guys are familiar with the Ontario area, I was just enjoying the Kawartha Lakes, getting that much needed vitamin D that all Starcraft 2 players so greatly crave. Now that I'm back though, I will certainly continue to cast all of my placement matches. I won't reveal just yet what league I got placed into, but I will let you guys know after the 5th game, and you can see what Blizzard thinks of my playstyle as far as, well, what league they placed me in. So initially, railrat is not making the best use of this overlord. He's just allowing that to kind of idle, and he's also getting double extractor before his canceling both those extractors, so he doesn't know what he's doing with his APM. Very confused at this point. He is supply locked. I'm going to roll into his base right now and see probably that he doesn't really know what he's doing. I don't think I saw him cancel those extractors, but I probably don't know what to take in at this point. He dropped his spawning pool at 11, so I'm not sure if I saw that. I don't think I've viewed that just yet with my current drone commands. Sending out these two overlords in their respective directions. Continuing to saturate drones. My spawning pool, throwing that up around the time that I like to do it at 14 supply. Let's see if I follow up with a 15 hatchery. So now there is no doubt as to the existence of this spawning pool. I will certainly be on the lookout for a Zergling rush. Getting a pretty early extractor, this would suggest maybe some lair tech. But right now, railrat is finally moving this overlord out of the way. This second one is just idling above the hatchery. There goes my spawning pool. Let's see what I do with my build order. It looks like I'm pumping a few more drones to get to 15 supply. And at this point, yeah, so I'm choosing... Oh, I have placed my hatchery already, so getting my hatchery and my queen at about the same time, which is not a terrible thing. Yeah, there's that Zergling rush that I was so afraid of, so even though he had that confusion with his extractors, he did know at least to get those Zerglings out very, very early. So if I can live through this initial assault, I should be able to capitalize on his relatively poor economy, although his queen is out before mine. So these Zerglings are going to run by the hatchery actually, and it looks like they're going to try for my mineral line. I think it would have been a better use of their DPS to try to force the cancel of that hatchery, but he's going for my mineral line. I'm just going to pull my junk off the line and attack click, also bringing this queen here to support my drones. And as far as units lost, it'll be close. Important to note that I lost a lot of mining time here, but at least I was able to minimize my casualties. Red actually, this was probably detrimental to his success, considering he lost the most units, and I have a macro build where he rushed Zerglings, so switching to income, that is reflected greatly actually on the scoreboard. As you can see, I have about 500 minerals per minute compared to Red's 450. He seems to have settled down now at this point. Worker count is similar. I have 19 drones compared to Red's 15. So I did well to not completely panic. I was able to ward off that Zergling rush. As new StarCraft players, it's very easy to succumb to Zerg rushes or Zealot rushes and Marine rushes, so that is something that comes with time and practice. You know exactly how to counter it, you understand more the mechanics of the game and how the balancing works. And in this case, I was able to simply use my queen and drones to fend off that handful of Zerglings. It was probably about 6 or so. But now we have even more Zerglings. Railrat is determined to throw me off with a bunch of Zerglings right off the bat, but I have these Zerglings and queen here blocking my front door, but now he's going to switch to my hatchery. He would be better off to focus my drones. Right now he's completely letting my queen and my zerglings DPS his zerglings while they just waste their APM on this hatchery. Now they're going to try to squeeze by, but the APM was not issued in time, or the action was not issued in time. Looks like I'm going to drop that Hydralisk den. Really, it's the only thing I know how to do with this macro build. It's unfortunately I play a little bit like Hydra in that respect. That my fallback plan is truly Hydralisks. But railrat is now finally securing his expansion. He's got a bunch of zerglings here watching his ramp. You guys can certainly note that I have not put any pressure on railrat except for that initial scout. I have this overlord chilling here. I could probably dip that into railrat's mineral line to see what tech he's going, but it wouldn't be too prudent at this point because he only has that spawning pool. Just placing a spire now, so I need to scout that as soon as possible. Although just due to the nature of my own tech choice, I wouldn't be too concerned because, as you guys know, Hydralisks do very well against air units. Researching level 1 armor now. Railrat trying to fan out his overlords to just get an idea of what's going on in the map. His overlord placement isn't terrible. He's securing his side of the map, and actually, as long as I'm discussing map control, he has more sight of the map than I do. Although I have been making more creep tumors. Creep tumors in a ZVZ or Z vs Z, because I do come from Toronto. Creep tumors in a Z vs Z are a double-edged sword because not only do they complement yourself, but they also help your enemy, as both the Zerg races do run faster on creep. So my Hydralisk range upgrade is going to be complete soon. I've got a bunch of Hydralisks in play, rallying them here to my natural position. Probably have an Overlord grouped in with my main attack group. Not sure why I have, oh yeah, I control grouped my Overseer, which is now finished morphing in. This is actually before patch 11. In patch 11, the infested Terran cost was reduced to 100 energy. So with that, you can potentially drop 2 infested Terran in the mineral line of your enemy. So not choosing to make too much use of that Overseer at this point. Looks like I'm continuing to drop creep tumors. Actually putting up a Nidus network, so I guess my thought process here is because I have this Overseer in play, not being pushed away by any of Railrat's forces, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop a Nidus Worm, rallying that right now into Railrat's base. It looks like he's trying for a Ling Mutalisk build, but his Mutalisks did not come out fast enough, and certainly it's hard to transition from a Zergling Rush build into that Mutalisk build. So I'm going to go ahead and capitalize on this, or at least try to, streaming some Zerglings without speed and a bunch of Hydralisks. My units do have that 1 armor upgrade, whereas Railrat does not have any, I'm pretty sure. That extractor goes down. Here come a bunch of Zerglings to try to eliminate this threat. I'm going to need to micro these Hydralisks a little bit. Those Zerglings surrounding that 1 Hydralisk, he goes down. But my +1 armor is being absolutely clutch here in this home stretch of the game. Railrat despairing just a little bit. I even contaminate that lair to add insult to injury. As you can see, that spell animation right there. That lair goes down. Broodlings are going to